In this video today, we're going to talk about why I decided to go with the Honda Monkey versus the Grom. Almost exactly 3 years ago, I bought a 2022 Honda Grom, brand new Honda Grom. Loved it, rode it for about a year, but as the story goes, I sold it because I wanted to try something different. Ever since then, I've come to regret that decision. I recently just bought another MiniMoto, but instead of going with the Grom, I went with the Honda Monkey, a 2022 Honda Monkey.
Motorcycles often symbolize freedom and adventure, but not all bikes come in the standard form of a powerful cruiser or high-performance sport bike. Some motorcycles embrace fun, practicality, and simplicity, small bikes that are both accessible and charming. Two of Honda's most iconic models in this category are the Honda Grom and the Honda Monkey. Even though they have a unique story that ties them to different times and places, both share the spirit of youthful rebellion and playful exploration. The Monkey and the Grom have become a global sensation due to its lightweight and small form factor, affordability, reliability, and just a playful nature. The Monkey and the Grom have opened up a new world of customization as well, thanks to its simplicity and versatility. Owners have modified their Monkeys and Groms with everything from new paint jobs, custom exhaust, performance parts, creating a vibrant subculture of MiniMoto enthusiasts. Though they both have a very different history, in its current form, the Monkey and the Grom share a very similar DNA. At the heart, they both share the same 124cc engine that puts down about 9 horsepower. They both come with the 5-speed gearbox, have the same brake setup, and both come with 12-inch wheels. They also have the same fuel economy. They both weigh about 230 pounds. So if the Honda Monkey and the Grom are so similar, you might be wondering why I sold the Grom and got a Monkey.
Why did I sell the Grom and buy the Monkey? Well, first, I'll start with some of the things that I like about the Monkey over the Grom. And I think if we're going to do that, the first thing that we have to address is just the looks. The Honda Monkey is a much more retro-looking motorcycle. It just has a more classic design to it, from this circular headlight all the way to this round dash. Everything just looks a little bit more retro than the Grom. This nice tuck and roll seat, this classic looking gas tank with a Honda emblem. That is a classic looking motorcycle right here. To me, it just screams retro motorcycle. And if you know anything about the history of the Honda Monkey, it started out in the early 60s as a way for employees to get around amusement parks. So I really love that classic history. So everything about this Honda Monkey screams retro. It just has a really nice classic design, classic aesthetic to it. Now the Grom, on the other hand, don't get me wrong, squirrel. It's also a good looking bike. We have to admit that it's more of a modernized motorcycle, right? Neo-retro maybe? When you take a look at the Honda Grom with all the plastics and whatnot, it just looks more like a modernized motorcycle. Whereas the Honda Monkey, this is a classic looking motorcycle. And so to me, that was like the first thing that drew me to the Honda Monkey. The second thing to me, I've had both the Grom and the Monkey, and this is just my opinion, but I think the fit and finish is just slightly elevated on the Honda Monkey versus the Grom. And it all starts right here with this gas tank. I'm a sucker for a good looking gas tank. This black and the gray, this monochromatic feel to it, and then you have this pop of color on the red emblem. To me, it just really stands out. Love the wing logo on the Honda Monkey, the pinstriping. To me, it all just feels a little bit more premium. Accents of chrome all around. Pretty high quality for being what it is. The other thing that I want to mention around the fit and finish, to me, this seat rivals any seat I've had on a Harley, on an Indian, just in terms of like the quality, the feel, the comfort. Just feels like a better fit and finish over the Grom. On the Grom, everything is plastic. It felt more like a toy versus a collector's item. So to me, that is a second reason why I picked the Honda Monkey over the Grom. Third reason why I prefer the Honda Monkey to the Grom, and which is why I sold the Grom and got this Monkey, is the comfort. Now, when you first sit on this seat, it is just super plush. I have felt zero fatigue on the seat. Even on rough terrain, the seat just feels so good. The Honda Grom comes with that long bench seat, and it's good for 2-up riding, but it's very firm. To me, it was a little bit too firm. Over the course of like a longer ride, I just got really uncomfortable. My butt got sore. To me, the third reason why I like the Honda Monkey over the Grom is absolutely the comfort of this bike. Reason number 4 why I prefer the Monkey over the Grom is sort of the off-roading capability. Right off the bat, I think the Honda Monkey is set up for more off-roading capability. And when I say off-roading, I really just mean like some light trail, gravel, that kind of stuff. I'm not really talking about off-roading. But the reason why, you start with this suspension setup. Now, it's a little bit too soft for my taste, but it has way more travel than the Grom, so it's more capable of soaking up a lot of the bumps. And it comes with these dual sport tires right off the bat. So again, you're not doing crazy off-roading, but if you wanted to do a little bit of light off-roading, again, like grass, dirt, gravel, things like that, just kind of messing around, I would say I would feel a lot more comfortable doing that with the Monkey versus the Grom. Another reason why I fell in love with the Monkey is just some of the quirks, right? Like, it's already a cute, classic-looking bike. You know, it has even the name itself, the Monkey. I think that just invokes a very playful nature. When you turn on the motorcycle, those are some of the quirks, right? So you got those monkey eyes that greet you when you turn on the motorcycle. I don't know, it just kind of brings out the kid in me. That's another reason, some of the quirks of this motorcycle. To me, I think this is just an endearing motorcycle. You know, it already has, you know, the classic looks. It looks really great. And another really strong reason for the Honda Monkey, in my opinion, I think it has a better resale value versus the Grom. There's probably a lot of good reasons for that, right? I think I read somewhere that the Honda Grom is one of Honda's best-selling motorcycles. And when you have something like that, the market is going to be flooded with Groms. When I go to Facebook Marketplace, I've seen Groms as low as about like $1,500. Are they in the best shape? Probably not. But you can find them, you know, pretty dirt cheap, especially if you want to just, you know, get started right away. You can definitely get them for $2,000 to $2,500. This is all pre-owned, by the way. When it's time to sell the Honda Monkey, I think it'll hold its value much better than the Grom because there's just so many Groms to choose from. This specific Monkey in the black and pearl finish took me a really long time to find, and when I tried to negotiate with the seller, he didn't really budge too much. I think this specific color is probably the most sought after colorway on the Honda Monkey. So take that for what it's worth. I think the Honda Monkey has a stronger resale value. All of these things just made the Honda Monkey that much more attractive versus the Grom, which is why I sold my 2022 Grom to get the 2022 Honda Monkey.
Even though I chose to buy the Monkey over another Grom, I gotta admit, there's a reason why the Grom is so much more popular. You could easily argue that it's even a better motorcycle than the Monkey. With that in mind, here are just some of the ways in which, to me, the Grom is better than the Monkey.
Okay, so let's talk about the Grom then. Now that I've had a chance to ride the Honda Monkey, and I owned the Grom for about a year, let's talk about where I think the Honda Monkey falls a little bit short versus the Grom. So the first thing that I'll start with on the Honda Grom is the suspension. Now, the suspension, I think, is a little bit more comfortable on the Honda Monkey, but it is just so soft and it is so bouncy that it is hard to track curves. When you're leading into turns, it does feel a little bit squirrely to me. Whereas the Honda Grom, I felt it's really stable, really comfortable. I really do miss that monoshock on the Honda Grom. I prefer that much more versus, you know, dual shocks. I have some new shocks on the way, so I can't wait to test that out to see how that helps in the performance arena. So that's one area where I think the Grom is just better versus the Honda Monkey. Another thing to note with the Honda Grom is I really like the shape of the body. It felt a little bit heftier to me. There was enough body to the actual fairings and whatnot where I can kind of grab on to the body with my knees and maneuver the bike a lot more. Whereas when I'm sitting on the Honda Monkey, the gas tank is a lot more narrow, just doesn't feel as natural, whereas the Honda Grom, to me, it just felt a lot more natural. You know what I mean? So I prefer that on the Honda Grom versus the Monkey. You know, typical to a naked bike, you can tuck your knees, tuck your thighs right in between the body and just get a little bit more aerodynamic and control the motorcycle better that way. Another area where I think the Grom has a significant edge over the Monkey is just in aftermarket parts. I've owned both, and I have to say there's way more Grom parts than there are for the Honda Monkey. The Grom is one of Honda's most popular motorcycles, and with that comes plenty of aftermarket parts. And not only that, because there's so many parts for the Honda Grom, it just drives the price down. There was a lot of things I could get for cheap, like an exhaust. I remember, like a cheap Amazon exhaust. I got it for $100. Can't find that on the Honda Monkey. At least I've tried looking. Honda Grom is just another level. The last two things that I'll mention, like I said before, the Honda Grom is way cheaper than the Honda Monkey. Now on the used marketplace, like I said, $1,500 was the lowest I found. This one cost me way more, roughly about like $3,500 or so. To me, the floor on a Honda Monkey is right about $3,000 in my area, whereas the Honda Grom, man, you can find them dirt cheap sometimes. The last thing I'll say is if you're into two-up riding, the Honda Grom is going to be already set up from stock with passenger pegs versus the Honda Monkey does not have that. And the Honda Grom, I think, has a longer bench seat. For me, when I try to take the kids on a ride with the Honda Monkey, I have to scoot up a lot more just to give them a little bit of space. But on the Honda Grom, I remember taking my wife on the back, no problems. So it's a little bit better to me for two-up riding. Not that you would want to do it all that often because it's got 9 horsepower, but you can do it. Well, I think that covers some of the differences, some of the reasons why I prefer the Honda Monkey versus the Grom. They're both great bikes. They're both a ton of fun. The biggest takeaway here is it's all going to come down to preference, I think. I think to me, the Honda Grom can do what the Monkey can do, and the Monkey can do what the Grom can do, in my opinion. For me, it's all going to come down to preference. Do you like the looks of the Honda Monkey a little bit more? Do you want a little bit more comfort versus the Grom, which is a little bit more modern? That's going to be it for me today, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Peace.